Hi guys, I hope you're having a good day. We have started a series about my favorite verse, so we'll just continue with that. So the first line we talked about was taking your everyday ordinary life and placing it before God as an offering. Yeah, and then we also talked about how there is a being before a stopping. So basically, you begin to invite, in fact, offer, right? You begin to offer parts of your life, fragments of your life, your routine to God, and then He begins to manage your habits, right? He begins to change you from the inside. He begins to modify your desires. So it's a beautiful thing. And then let's move to the second line. It says, do not become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Wow, that's so well explanatory, right? So you don't want to basically just accept everything everyone says. All right. So they say, oh, it's a trend, everybody's doing it. And then you decide to do it as well. I'll give you an instance about this whole being so well adjusted to your culture that you fit in without thinking about it. And hopefully you will see this new line of thought. Now, as a child of God, we understand that fornication is a sin, right? Yes, of course. It's a sin. It's something that disconnects you from God. Why? Because when you engage, you begin to feel guilt, you blame yourself, you feel ashamed, and then you're unable to talk to God anymore. That's where the sin comes in. It causes a disconnection, right? That's why it's a sin. But then we know, all right, that for most young people, it's a phase, right? It's something that you experience, and then you intend to maybe stop or get married so that it doesn't become an issue, right? This is where I'm going. There's a culture of cheating in the society where it's if I engage intimately with someone else that is not my partner, my wife, or my girlfriend, in quotes, then I have cheated. And that offense is punishable. Now, that is the culture that we have become so well adapted to. We have fit into it. They go, yeah, of course. You ask anybody, of course, you shouldn't do that. Now, the problem with that is that the only time it is a problem is when you are caught. Right? So somebody can engage in that thing for as long as they want, or adultery or fornication, whichever. But the point when your reputation is being questioned is when you begin to feel at fault. I don't know if you see this. It's just a few people that understand this, but hopefully you get the idea. So it's like fornication, adultery. It happens. But the only point it becomes an issue is when somebody sees you, somebody catches you, when your reputation is questioned. This is where it's going. The only point you begin to question your actions is when the next person or a fellow human being has an issue with it. When your partner catches you, oh my, it was the devil. But then, as a child of God, as one who is a prince, a priest, a king, your first offering, your first point of resolution should be upwards. You would see a man confidently singing in the choir, being effective and efficient in church with a second life. Now that second life is not questioned until somebody catches him. That's when he now begins to, oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. But all the while, it's okay because nobody has caught him. That's the problem. We fear man more than God. It's become a culture that we have so fit into, oh, that's just it. But when you begin to realize that you should have the fear of God even more than the fear of man, a lot of your decisions will change. But you might not see this because you are so well fit into the culture. By the time you begin to question things and say, is it just that 5 minutes pleasure that is making me jump up and down like this? I beg. You begin to realize that the culture has eaten so deep into the minds of everybody. So basically, what we're saying from this my favorite verse is, when you begin to offer your routine to God's hands, He will help you begin to see things that will detach you from the culture, the fallen standards of life on this earth. So yeah, that's basically it. So don't be so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without thinking. Question everything. I'm not saying have an opinion and start questioning it on Twitter or question it on Instagram. No. It's a personal space. It's your personal decision. You're not looking for a band to follow you. Alright, you're looking for value. You're looking for the way to make yourself the ideal person that you want to become. Right? So question it for your own sake, not to get a following. Anyway, that's that. So we'll continue next time. I hope it made sense to you. If you have questions and comments, we can always talk about it. Just drop it. You can always say hi. I did for you. Alright guys, I will talk to you later.